We would have liked to got the 60s, 75s, but we missed that by the time we got everything going. We missed the cross trade there. We're looking at the chart from the 1148 period, and that identifies where the initiative buying happened, and that happened in the 61s. So we're happy getting the 61 and a quarters here. That's long, 61 and a quarter. We're in the end of the G period, about to open the H period during here, the lunchtime area, and we should have a bounce here from the 61s. That's where the F period started. Actually, that's where the E period started to rally up past the D period high. We got filled on our sell one at 62.50 for a point and a quarter, and we have our break-even stop in now at 61.25. We'll put our target at 5 points or more. The H period high just opened up, and it ticked down to 61.75, but didn't tick down to 61 and a quarter. So we have our break-even stop in. H just opened up. Well, we anticipate H and I consolidating here probably in the F period high to G period low range. If we get stopped out, we'll look for another position long. We think this could probably get back up towards the highs of the day. The structure of the day is higher highs and higher lows, so we'll stand tight here. Well, it's ticking right around this 61 and a quarter break-even stop. We didn't hit it yet. If we do hit it, we'll look for an opportunity maybe underneath the G period low or some other sign that the last seller is sold and we're ready to break out of the consolidation and continue in the direction of the main trend. If we do break harder and go down to the 50s, then we'll look to see exactly where the big buying came up above the C period high and get along. But right now we're still at 61 and a quarter on our break-even stop. There's a 61 and a quarter, so we're out flat. Let's see if we can get another position on here. The G period low is 59.75. 59.75. They could take it a quarter tick below that. So if we get into the 59s, we'll keep a keen eye out here. What we're watching is hitting the ask and the comparison over here. We don't have any major cross trades, so it's not the easiest entry in typically a period of consolidation. But we'll keep our eye open here. Alright, we're going to take the 61 and a quarters. We're going to take the 61 and a quarters. Wow, that's 61 and a quarter again. Same price we took last time. So we're long two at 61 and a quarter. Our first target is 62.50 for our point and a half, and we'll keep the other contract. We only could get as high as 64 last time, so we'll have to reassess. Maybe might not be able to get to the 66s. We'll keep our 5-point target. Once we hit our 61 and 62.50, we'll put our stop in. All right, there's our 62.50 fill, so our break-even stop now is in at 61 and a quarter, and we'll set our target at 66 and a quarter. You can see now they're hitting the ask up here, so we need to break above the 64 area. This is the 64s is where we were pushed back down to the 60s. Well, it would have been nice to get a little better position than the 61 and a quarters. I mean, the 61 and a quarters are, pretty good considering the market, could go considerably higher if it breaks up toward its intraday highs. It's 77. Then the 61s won't look so bad, but we'll be out of the market by then. We're just trying to trade the lunch consolidation here. Our target is 66 and a quarter. That would give us an additional 5 points. So we'll see if we can hit the 66 and a quarters. We're patiently waiting here for our target at 66 and a quarter. So it's balanced down to the 62s, and now we're bouncing right in this area where the 63s and 64s were overhead resistance for a bit. We'll stand tight. Well, they took me out again. I couldn't get above the 64s, and We got out at 61.25 on a break even. We'll pause the video and maybe look for a re-entry. Well, we're out of that trade with point and a quarter. Got stopped out at a break even. Now we have a uptick back to the 64s. I'd like to take a position here somewhere. Again, for the third time. Well, I should get to 61 and quarters again for the third time. Alright, we're going to take the 63 and a quarters here. I'm going to take a little bit higher position. 63 and a quarters long. Alright, there's our 64.50 fill, so we have our break-even stop in at 63 and a quarter now, looking to target our 68 on the second contract. We are now above the resistance, and you can see people hitting the ask. That's why I got back in at 63 and a quarter. I could feel that the volume was building to the upside. The pullback columns, a couple of them were positive. There's a pullback column that was positive. Pullback column was slightly negative. So let's see if we can get to 68s. See if we can get to the 68s before we get to the 63 and a quarters. That's where our break-even stop is. So the last couple trades have been giving back a couple points, you know, with the break-even stop, trying to reach our target. But I think that's the thing to do. Lots of opportunity in the market. We're going to change our target to 67.75. That's a tick below the G period high. Just in case it trades above the G period high and it doesn't trade on the bid. And only trades on the ask, will have a chance to get filled at 67.75. Slightly less than 5 points. High period just opened up, so we have a good chance to get here and test the H period high and get filled there at 67.75. Well, we didn't quite tick up to 67.75. We did tick up to 66.75. So we're patiently waiting here for our fill. Alright, looks like we're getting ready to break up here. Run the video for a minute or so. See the pullback column is building positive delta here. 338, 343, 269, 1200 contracts at the ask. You look at this initially and you could say, oh, that looks like capping, but you have to keep in mind we're in a consolidation during the lunchtime hour, and we're in an uptrend, so from that consolidation the market probability should break to the upside. Alright, here's the 67.50s. Let's see if we can get filled on the 67.75s, and we'll look for a re-entry. We think the market's going to continue the afternoon trend higher, but we don't have a strategy during the month of January to maximize our profit potential above our typical targets of 5 points. We would like to get a database of that strategy, and maybe if we increase our contract size at some point in the future, then we can scale out on 3 locations. You know, maybe a point and a quarter, or 5 points, and then maybe 8 points or 10 points or something. That's what's beautiful about the Academy. You're able to really play around and see potential scenarios, engage and analyze each one. We're taking the 67.75s, they haven't got filled yet. 68's a guarantee us to fill, and we should get there. There's 68. So we're going to wrap this video. We got our target. Yay! And we're going to take a break.